What is up, Postal Besties? It is your girl, Creole Barbie, alongside with
Miracle.
and today we are moving the mail with episode 11. I'm so happy to see you guys again, but we have to get right into the video.
We do.
Okay? But before I actually get into today's video, I have to actually bring some comments to episode 11 that I promised a lot of our subscribers that I will bring to the forefront in this week's topics. Well, the first comment I want to touch on is from Geek Robinson.
Okay.
So Geek Robinson actually said this comment and said, "Missed you so much. You helped me make it through my time as a PSC and to be grateful for all the overtime hours I had to work without complaining. My inspiration. Thank you. Couldn't have had done it without you." So Geeka Robinson, I want to say thank you for the comment.
Thank you for the comment.
And definitely happy that this channel was able to help you along the way, for sure. Also, there's a lot of people that have
we're doing a lot of shout outs tonight.
happy birthday.
Uh-oh.
Because we do know October 2nd was Miracle's birthday. You guys had a chance to actually watch the live as well as Miracle's birthday vlog.
Right.
So shout out to Workers Advo who said, "Happy belated birthday, Miracle. May God continue to send you many blessings."
Uh-oh.
So the other person who wished you a happy birthday was, drum roll please, Pack the Nitty.
Thank you, Pack. I appreciate it.
Said, "Happy birthday, Miracle."
Thank
As well
you.
as Mrs. Shanta wished you a happy birthday as well. I'm gonna actually go ahead and bring up another comment
Okay.
because this one was kind of touchy.
Okay.
And they
Okay.
actually commented on one of our shorts when we were talking about why does management feel invincible.
Oh, yeah.
So T. Campbell,
Mm-hmm.
1676 wrote, "I don't work for the post office anymore. I had a terrible experience 2 years ago with the Tour 4B supervisor when I was a mail clerk. Long story short, let's just say there was some favoritism in handling conflict." And I agree.
Yeah.
I can honestly see why
They always got favoritism. They pick and choose who they want to discipline. They pick and choose who they want to let go to certain machines. They pick and choose when it comes to support as far as helping, because a lot of the times they don't really care about your outside life. Like, a lot of people got stuff going on, but I think that was a big one. The favoritism is real big in the post office.
It's huge.
It's huge.
When people are faced with those type of problems, I'm never want to tell anyone to stay in that current situation.
That's right.
If they feel like they need to leave and go elsewhere, by all means, seek
Yeah.
your own happiness.
Yeah.
Because what may work for me may not work for you, and vice versa.
That's right.
So I hate when people say, "Well, I don't know why you just won't stay. Ain't no other job gonna pay what they giving you."
The sky's the limit.
The sky is definitely the limit, for sure. Another comment that I wanted to touch on was Dottie Stacks. So Dottie Stacks actually said this comment and said, "Why is everything such a secret about what is being offered to you, such as benefits and programs and etc.?"
That's true.
It is.
I remember when I first started working here back in 2020, it seemed like we never knew anything unless we found out from word of mouth from the seniors and stuff, because most of the time the seniors go to all the APW meetings.
Yes.
And they always get the tea about whatever's going on. They're always aware. So 9 times out of 10, they always bring it back and make us aware, because they already know that management ain't gonna tell us. Which I don't understand why. What is the big secret? That was a good one.
It is. And Dottie Stacks wanted me to do a video on it.
Okay.
And I will do a video on it to go more in depth about some of the programs that they do offer.
Yeah.
One of the programs that I do feel like that may be beneficial to a lot of people that are coming in and may not know about it is purchasing power.
I literally just found out about that because I didn't, and it's sad. I've been there for almost 5 years, but I'm honest.
Yes, absolutely. Now, I did do 2 videos on purchasing power.
Okay.
I was working on a 3rd video because I was going to actually tell everyone how purchasing power, you could actually increase your limit within a month.
Okay.
By making a major purchase.
Really?
Yeah. And
I didn't even know that.
For sure. And it'll increase your credit limit drastically. So mine actually increased in a month.
Wow, that quick.
It increased by $3,000.
So if you just go in there and buy something off whatever they're offering, and then like whatever they offered you at first, it increases.
Yes.
Okay. That was a good one.
Now, one of the last comment responses I want to touch on is going to be from another individual that I did tell that I was going to go ahead and talk about this because they asked it and it was a very important topic.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that they wanted me to talk about in this segment is actually going to be about how do you handle.
I wanted to throw something out there. Always make sure that if y'all ever feel like y'all being harassed at work or somebody is constantly bothering you, make sure you put it on paper. That black and white, it matters, and that paper trail will help you in the long run when you're trying to fight it with your union.
And actually that helps out because Pac Diddy asked this question and said, I have a question. How do you keep your cool with management when they try to make you come out of character? And when you file a grievance, how long do they normally take to get it resolved?
I'm going to be 1,000% honest with you. Grievances, we still working on that as far as the union. I mean, every grievance is handled accordingly. Sometimes I feel like some are handled longer than others, but who am I to say that? But whenever you feel like you're going to go out of character, the best thing for you to do is walk away.
For sure.
Take a breather. They can't write you up for walking away because they just disrespected you. Walk away, and then when you calm down, it's an easier way for you to figure out how to deal with this situation and the way that you need to go about it. But I'll always say the best way to get any supervisor or anybody in upper management that is bothering you and they're disrespecting you, put it on paper.
That's right. And what I wanted to actually include with this is when you put stuff on paper, that means that you have it already lined up. You don't have to rely on memory.
That's right.
And
always
back.
put names, time, and the day. I don't care. Make sure you document that stuff. Even where it happened, you can say like, I was at pole J15 and SDO came over here yelling at me, and then I was trying to go to I-14 to clock out, and I couldn't get to that pole because SDO followed me all the way from J15 to this pole. I put all that in there.
Yes.
Be very specific and make sure you are putting every little detail. I don't care if you think it's small.
Yes. Because you never know, you may have to file EEOC.
That's right.
Behind it. Now, I will say before you take that step with the EEOC, that you do at least go to your union.
That's right.
You got 14 days to file a grievance on an unbecoming supervisor behavior. Right. Now, once you take this to them, they have to go ahead and address it with you and the supervisor.
That's right.
It could be a step 1, a step 2, and then a step 3.
Yep.
Now, if it doesn't get resolved, if the supervisor is not going to tell the truth, what eventually happens, which I saw happen, is that the supervisor will move out of that area.
That's right.
And place somewhere else. It also, you can't really pinpoint how long it's actually going to take to get that resolved.
That's right.
Because you got to realize something. When you are addressing supervisors about certain situations like that, number one, they're not going to tell the truth.
They're not. It's your word against theirs.
And then furthermore, when he asked the question, or when they asked the question of how do you keep your cool when you feel you're being provoked?
Yeah.
What I do is, honestly, I know what I'm there for. If you come talk to me crazy, I don't have time to respond in a negative manner with you. You know, the best way to make anybody feel stupid is by shutting them down. Ignore them.
Or do what I do, sis. I'll smile right in your face and put my earphones in.
Yeah.
And go back to working. Because I can't get in trouble for doing my job.
Exactly. And you can't allow anyone to have any power over you or make you feel like they're intimidating you.
That's right.
Because that's the plan. They want you to bite so they can have some type of leverage over you and get you in trouble.
And that, I'm glad you said that, because 9 times out of 10, when they're constantly doing this to you, they already plotting on how to get you up out of there.
Yes.
Because something about you intimidates them.
Yes. It can be through a high work performance.
Yeah.
They can feel like that you're highly intelligent.
That's right.
They may be even jealous of your appearance.
That's right.
Because a lot of these people do thrive on jealousy. They can
Yep.
be in high power positions, but some of these people feel very insecure.
Yeah.
In all actuality. Now, as far as the moving the mail segment, all right, we are moving the mail, but we're gonna move the mail at 30,000 pieces of mail an hour in this segment.
Ooh.
Meaning this podcast is gonna run fast. So
Yeah.
if y'all can't keep up,
Right.
I suggest y'all to pause or rewind if you have to, because me and Miracle has to get the smell out. All right.
That's
the
right.
SDO has been on our behind
Yep.
for the past hour.
Yep.
So we definitely got to get the smell out to y'all. So the number one topic in this Move the Mail segment. Okay, Miracle?
I'm ready.
about to start the machine.
I'm ready.
All right, now is supervisors allow you to work past 12 hours. Is that acceptable?
No.
And why isn't it acceptable?
Well, okay, let me take that back. If the supervisor okay it, because me and my husband have done this before. We worked upstairs, with the supervisor, can't say names. He actually okayed us to do, 14 hours. According to your union policy, you can actually get in trouble. And I didn't know this until I was in the office trying to argue, like, no, we got the okay. Really, it wasn't nothing they can do as far as discipline, because at that point the supervisor admitted, like, yes, I did okay that because we needed the help. Now, they say that we're not permitted to work more than 12 hours a day, because at that point it becomes a safety issue as far as sleep deprived, dehydration, levels of energy, which when they broke it down that way, I'm like, okay, I get it. But if you are up for working more than 14 hours a day and you get the okay, you are more than okay to do so, and they cannot write you up.
Because if you get hurt, you're on the post office time.
That's right.
That's why they don't want you guys to work past those
12
hours.
Yeah.
But what I typically do is I do have my approval from the supervisor, but I also get an approval with the MDO who's
That's
currently
right.
on that tour.
And I need you to put it in writing and sign it.
Definitely, because I want it to come back. Because
They be like, well, I didn't say that, but you did.
Yeah. Because sometimes the supervisors can approve it, but if that MDO feels some type of way, they can pull you in the office and say, I don't care.
Yeah.
If they told you to. So just be sure you guys to keep some of this stuff in mind, okay?
That's right.
What are some steps you should take to assure you are not being accused of a failure to follow?
First things first, do what you're told, even if you don't agree with it. If they say go to machine 7 and they know you don't like machine 7, okay, you politely got it, I'm going to machine 7. But then when you get to your machine, put all your things down. Can I speak to my union, please? Because at that point you did what you was told, so you're not failure to follow. They can't get you for that. Now, if you say that you didn't put me on machine 7 all week and you doing this on purpose and you don't like me and you don't do what you told, when you go and try to do paperwork, the FDO can go right behind you and say, well, I told such and such to go to machine 7, and instead of them doing what I told them to do, they argue with me at the time clock, and at that point, all that stuff you just did went out the window because you got in trouble.
And I just witnessed that, I want to say a few days ago when I was in overtime. One of the persons that I was doing my overtime with was actually on tour 3.
Okay.
So I had 10 minutes left before it was time for me to clock out, actually. Yeah. And this supervisor comes over and tells the person I was working with to go to a different machine. This person said, no, she's going to go in 10 minutes. Well, she'll have it in 10 minutes. And I'm like, 10 minutes? I go. She said, okay, I just need him to go somewhere else. But he was still standing there arguing. And I'm like, look, just go. Do what she says do.
Yeah.
And she was like, I told you to go. Then here comes the conflict. So I'm the person in the middle just like, look, just go. If you don't agree with it, you can challenge it later with the union.
Just do what you told first things first. At the end of the day, when you go challenge it, the union will say, well, did you actually go to the machine? You say, yeah, then you got an argument.
Yes. But don't get in trouble for a failure to follow because you're too busy trying to argue the
Put
fact.
that pride to the side and do what you told.
You can argue it later.
We are all grown, don't get me wrong, but you in a workplace you still have to follow rules.
Yes, those rules have been placed for a reason, you
Even
guys.
if we don't agree with them, we still have to follow, because those are failure to follows.
True or false? Once you get off the overtime desired list, you can't get back on.
That is false. You can't get on right away because they have a period of time that they put the overtime desired sheet out. So say for instance, you almost at that month mark where they're going to place the sheet out again for you to sign it. Just make sure you can go to the union office and they can even tell you what day the sheet is coming out for you to be prepared to sign it. But just because you are not on it doesn't mean you are disqualified from getting on it. You are more safer if you're like me and Sissy, you know you're going to work overtime. Make sure you're on that list. It does not mean that you are committed and you have to work the 12 hours they call. It just means if I choose to stay here after my 8-hour shift, you cannot tell me to go home.
That's right.
I am on the list. Even if I don't do the whole 12 hours, I'm only doing 10. You can't tell me to go home.
That's right.
That's what it's all about, y'all.
Discussing employees' personal information or situation that may lead to disciplinary.
Is this an SDO or another employee?
Well, these are supervisors that are actually discussing an employee's personal information or situation that may lead them to a future disciplinary.
Again, if you know this and you get this information, don't try to confront them. Don't try to be disruptive in the workspace. You put it on paper. If you got all the proof you need, they're going to follow up with the disciplinary action when it comes to that SDO. But don't try to be big bad like you on the streets or something, because we are still at work. Put it on paper. We deal with that a lot.
Yes.
And when you actually got the proof, because sometimes it just be hearsay, but when you got the 1,000% proof that they're doing this, y'all, put it on paper. You're gonna win.
You know, I have an issue with that.
What's your issue, sis?
The issue is no SDO should ever discuss another employee's
Personal
business.
It's not professional.
Whatever is going on with them, if they're going to be brought in the office for a disciplinary, it's not for other employees to know about it.
That's right.
And I feel like some things should be left confidential.
That's
and
right.
I do feel like if upper management are hearing about these things, or if these are being challenging conversations, they need to actually lead them into a disciplinary.
This
is where the accountability factor comes in.
That's right.
For management to make sure that supervisors are not doing things that they shouldn't be doing
to the employees.
Yes.
So she pretty much said it, y'all. This is real important. Make sure that if you ever hear your personal business in the workspace repeated to any of the other employees. And another thing too, sis, that creates a hostile environment. You're walking around spreading my business, or for instance, you got SDOs, you go tell them something in confidant, and then they go tell the person that you said it about. That's creating a hostile environment. They have to be responsible for their actions. I agree with you.
Yes. It's time to start calling them out on things that they need to be called out on.
Yeah.
But you guys, thank you for watching this episode 11 of Moving the Mail with Miracles. Shout out to everybody on Spotify right now that is listening. You guys, if you hadn't done so already, be sure to follow me on Spotify, because your girl is now back on internet radio.
That's right.
Where you listen to me every single week with Miracle on Moving the
proud of
Mail. So in the meantime, you guys, I am tired, okay? We just really ran all that mail for you guys.
Wait, sisters. We moving all that mail, right? We moved all that mail right now. Do we get paid? Oh, we get extra annual today?
We in overtime right now.
We in overtime, okay.
So at this time, you guys, we are now clocking out.
Bye.